everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
I'm Amira.
Hey, Amira, how are you today?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited about this lesson that you have for us today.
Yes, it's actually a very, very useful lesson. It's about someone asking his boss for an assistant.
Oh, okay, an assistant. What's an assistant?
Well, it's someone who helps you with your work around the office.
Okay, great. So let's listen to this dialogue, and when we come back, we'll take a look at all the interesting and useful vocabulary that you'll find.
Like I told you before, we just don't have the resources to hire you an assistant.
I understand that, but the fact is, we're understaffed.
The timing is just not right. The economy's bad, and it's too risky to take on new staff.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Here's an idea. What if we hire an intern? She would take some of the weight off my shoulders.
She?
Yeah, you know, a recent graduate. She could give me a hand with some of these projects, and we could keep our costs down.
That sounds reasonable. Let me see what I can do. Tony, I'd like to introduce you to your new assistant.
Okay, great. Let's meet her.
Hi, I'm Adam.
Oh, hi, I'm Tony.
And we're back. Tony, he's surprised, huh?
Yeah, he's, I don't know why, though, he's surprised. I think we should talk about that a little bit later.
Yes, for now, let's look at some interesting vocabulary and phrases here. Marco, I know you've chosen one for us.
Yeah, the first one that I want to take a look at is resources.
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 And that means, in this text, basically money.
Right.
So the office doesn't have enough money.
Okay. I've chosen another interesting word for you, and that's understaffed.
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 Now, understaffed means that they don't have enough people working there.
They don't have enough workers.
Right. They don't have enough employees.
Perfect. Okay. The next one is timing is just not right.
The timing is just not right.
The timing is just not right.
The timing is just not right.
Okay, let's listen to how we can use this entire phrase in a different situation so then we can understand what it means. Let's listen.
I was going to sell my house, but the timing is just not right. Honey, I think we should have a baby.
The timing is just not right.
Okay, great. I guess that makes it clear.
Yes, actually, it's very obvious that it means that it's just not a good time.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah. I have another interesting phrase for you, which is weight off my shoulders.
Weight off my shoulders.
Weight off my shoulders.
Weight off my shoulders.
So, to take weight off my shoulders is another way of saying to help me with my work or to take some of my work away from me.
If you have a lot of things to do and I come and help you, that means that I took some of the weight off your shoulders.
Yes.
Let's look at the next phrase that we have here, and it's give me a hand.
Give me a hand.
Give me a hand.
Give me a hand.
Okay, now this is not literal. It's not that I'm going to give you somebody's hand, right? Let's listen to some examples, and then we can come back and explain what it means.
Can you give me a hand with these boxes?
Neil, I'll need you to give me a hand with the sales reports.
Here, let me give you a hand with your suitcase.
All right. Give me a hand is another way of saying help or to help out.
Exactly, to help out.
Right.
Perfect.
Now, the last phrase we're going to look at here in this dialogue is keep our costs down.
Keep our costs down.
Keep our costs down.
Keep our costs down.
So to keep our costs down means to try and not spend so much money.
Exactly. Many companies, for example, now control how much printing you do,
Yes.
right? To
yes.
keep the costs down of paper.
Yeah, so in other words, they do not want to have unnecessary spending.
Perfect. Okay, I think it's time for us to listen to this dialogue one more time. But I want everyone to listen and see why Tony is surprised at the end when he meets his intern, when he meets his assistant.
Like I told you before, we just don't have the resources to hire you an assistant.
I understand that, but the fact is, we're understaffed.
The timing is just not right. The economy's bad, and it's too risky to take on new staff.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Here's an idea. What if we hire an intern? She would take some of the weight off my shoulders.
She?
Yeah, you know, a recent graduate. She could give me a hand with some of these projects, and we could keep our costs down.
That sounds reasonable. Let me see what I can do. Tony, I'd like to introduce you to your new assistant.
Okay, great. Let's meet her.
Hi, I'm Adam.
Oh, hi, I'm Tony.
Well, you know, Marco, I think that Tony was really surprised because he was kind of hoping to have a female intern.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he was expecting. Maybe this guy is a little bit sexist. He thought that an intern should be a girl. But instead, he
got Adam.
Exactly, and it looks like Adam is really big and really tall because he's got that deep voice.
Right. An intern, Marco, do you want to elaborate on that?
Working at a company with a very low salary or sometimes no salary at all, but what you're gaining is experience and you're learning a lot of things. Everyone who has been an intern or had an intern knows that sometimes they are not treated all that well. Sometimes they just serve coffee or they have to do paperwork.
Or like photocopying things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But some internships are really, really cool, and some are really good experiences for learning.
Yes, definitely. Actually, I know a friend of mine. She used to work as an intern in one of those really big companies, and she told me that she has gained so much experience doing that.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't get paid, the experience that you get is really good. And that just opens doors for maybe getting another job. Or sometimes the interns get hired by the company to stay because they do such a good job.
Yeah, I think that's mostly the case, huh?
Yeah, that happened to me once. I started working as an intern, and after 3 months, I was hired by the company. So it does happen, believe me.
So you did a good job.
Yeah, of course. All right, folks, we're out of time today. I hope that you enjoyed our lesson.
Asking for help can feel uncomfortable. Many people worry that they will sound weak, unprepared, or even rude, especially when speaking English as a second language. Because of this fear, people often stay silent, even when they truly need support. In English-speaking cultures, asking for help politely is not seen as weakness. In fact, it is often seen as a sign of responsibility and maturity. It shows that you care about doing things correctly and that you respect the people around you. The problem is not asking for help. The problem is how the request is made. A short, direct sentence can sound like a command, even if that is not the intention. On the other hand, a well-structured request can sound polite, confident, and professional. For example, saying, "Explain this," sounds demanding. Saying, "Could you explain this to me, please?" sounds respectful and friendly. The words are similar, but the feeling is completely different. In this episode, you will learn how to ask for help clearly and politely in many situations, at work, at school, with strangers, and in daily life. You will also learn how tone, timing, and word choice can completely change how your request is received. Polite language is the foundation of respectful requests in English. One of the most important tools is the use of modal verbs. Words like could, would, might, and may soften a sentence and make it sound less direct. Compare these two sentences. Help me with this. Could you help me with this, please? The second sentence feels calmer and more respectful because it gives the listener a choice. Another very polite structure is, would you mind? This phrase is common in American English and is often used in professional and social situations. For example, would you mind checking this document for me? Tone is just as important as grammar. Even polite words can sound rude if they are spoken too fast or with frustration. Speaking a little more slowly and keeping your voice relaxed can make a big difference. Another helpful strategy is giving context before asking for help. Instead of asking immediately, explain your situation briefly. For example, I've been working on this for a while, but I'm still confused. Could you help me understand it? This shows effort and makes people more willing to help. Using please is important, but it should not be overused. One please is enough to sound polite. At work, respectful language is especially important. Short commands can sound rude even if you do not mean them that way. Instead of saying, send me that file, it is better to say, could you send me that file when you have a moment? Phrases like, when you have time, or, if possible, show respect for the other person's schedule. Another professional phrase is, I'd really appreciate it if. For example, I'd really appreciate it if you could review my report. At school, many students feel shy about asking questions, but teachers expect questions. A polite way to ask is, sorry to interrupt, but could you explain that again? A small apology like this is very natural in English and sounds respectful. When asking strangers for help, always start with a polite opener such as, excuse me. For example, excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the nearest station? Starting directly with the question can sound too abrupt. Asking for help is only one part of respectful communication. Responding politely is just as important. When someone helps you, always show appreciation. Simple phrases like, thank you so much, or I really appreciate your help are enough. If someone cannot help you, accept it politely. Saying, no problem at all, thanks anyway, keeps the conversation positive and respectful. It is also important to respect boundaries. If someone looks busy or stressed, it may not be the right time to ask. Timing matters as much as language. To summarize, respectful requests in English usually include polite modal verbs, brief context, calm tone, and appreciation. Asking for help does not make you weak. It shows confidence, awareness, and a willingness to learn.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Money.
Resources.
Not enough people to do the job.
Understaffed.
It's not a good time now.
The timing is just not right.
Remove pressure or stress.
Weight off my shoulders.
Help.
Give me a hand.
It's okay.
That sounds reasonable.
Hire.
Recruit.
Working too much.
Overworked.
Not enough people to do the job.
Short-staffed.
Reduce spending.
Cut costs.
Having too many employees.
Overstaffed. Let's try that faster.
Working too much.
Overworked.
Remove pressure or stress.
Weight off my shoulders.
Having too many employees.
Overstaffed.
Reduce spending.
Cut costs.
Hire.
Recruit.
Money.